Imagine being on the phone with someone. You can hear them clearly. You know they're alive. You know they're only a few minutes away from home. Then they say 2 words and disappear forever. This is the story of Brandon Swanson. On the night of May 14th, 2008, 19-year-old Brandon Swanson was driving home after spending time with friends. It was late. The roads were dark. And like many people his age, he had made the trip countless times before. But sometime after midnight, Brandon's car slid off the road and became stuck in a ditch. It wasn't a serious crash. He wasn't injured. In fact, Brandon seemed surprisingly calm about the whole situation. So instead of calling emergency services, he called his parents. When they answered, Brandon explained what had happened. He told them he was stuck and needed help getting his car out. There was just one problem. He wasn't completely sure where he was. Brandon believed he was near a small town called Lynd. His parents got into their vehicle and started driving toward him while talking to him on the phone. The plan seemed simple: stay on the line, figure out his location, bring him home. Nobody had any reason to think the night would become anything more than a minor inconvenience. For a while, the call continued normally. Brandon described landmarks. His parents searched nearby roads. At several points, they thought they were close to each other, but somehow, they kept missing one another. They would flash their headlights. Brandon would look for them, yet neither side could see the other. The longer the search continued, the stranger it became. Eventually, Brandon decided to leave his vehicle behind and walk. He believed he could reach the lights of a nearby town faster on foot. So while still talking to his father, he began crossing fields and gravel roads in the darkness. Minute after minute, the conversation continued. Nothing seemed wrong. Brandon sounded normal. He wasn't frightened. He wasn't asking for help. If anything, he sounded mildly annoyed by the situation. The kind of annoyance anyone might feel after getting stranded in the middle of nowhere. Then, everything changed. Nearly an hour into the call, Brandon suddenly interrupted himself. He said, "Oh shit," and the line went dead. No scream, no explanation, no follow-up, just silence. His father immediately began calling his name. Nothing. He tried calling back. No answer. The connection was gone, and Brandon was gone with it. As soon as daylight arrived, a search began. Friends, family, volunteers, and authorities searched the area. Fields were examined, roads were checked, nearby waterways were investigated. Everyone hoped Brandon would be found quickly. After all, they knew where he had been. They had spoken to him only hours earlier. Surely there had to be a trail, a clue, something. But the search produced very little. Then, investigators discovered another problem. Brandon had been mistaken about his location. The area where his vehicle was eventually found wasn't where he thought it was. The search had initially focused on the wrong place. By the time the mistake was realized, valuable time had already passed. Even after expanding the search, however, the outcome remained the same. No sign of Brandon, no clear explanation. Over the years, many theories have been proposed. Some believe he accidentally fell into a hidden hazard while walking through the darkness. Others think there may be details of that night that were never fully understood. But no theory has answered every question. And that's why the case continues to attract attention all these years later. Most missing person cases begin with uncertainty. Someone leaves, hours pass, then concern begins to grow. Brandon's case feels different, because we know what he was doing. We know who he was talking to. We even know the exact moment something went wrong. Yet somehow, that moment only deepens the mystery. More than a decade later, Brandon Swanson has never been found. His final words remain frozen in time. 2 simple words spoken during an ordinary phone call. Words that nobody realized would be his last. One moment he was walking through the darkness, talking to his father. The next, he was gone. And despite years of searching, the silence that followed has never been fully explained.